Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading room. Bear with me here just a moment. Get the screen share going on. The market off to a bit of a flurry. Excuse me here just for a second. I've got to notify the webmaster about something important, and then we'll get to the trading room. All right. Okay, so like I said, a little bit of a flurry here this morning, right out of the gate. Okay, excuse me. All right. Yesterday's session, again, a very sideways kind of day. What else is new lately? The overnight, you can see, started to get a lot more active here. The London Open, the market tailing off a little bit, actually leaving us with a little bit of an upside gap. But we are starting the day near yesterday's lows. If you remember, yesterday we started around the 72.50 area. Today we're picking it up around, actually picked it up a little bit higher. The market fell off a little bit here from around the 72.70 open, but we are still near the bottom end of yesterday's trading range. Oh, wow. Mark killing it. This morning, he says he was trading pre-market, already took his 3 trades in the Falcon this morning. Let's see. Oh, yes, I can see some decent progression to the short side. There's a nice little late filter entry. I imagine you probably got on board that one. Here's another one, gave you a little bit of heat, but overall the market progress quite nice. Right now we're a little bit more conflicted here in the Falcon. There was that little run up just before the open, then the move back down. Now we're kind of waffling again. All right. Well, the seller's looking a little bit stronger here at the moment. We got loads of volatility. It's like they say, careful what you wish for. The hawk now with a first micro macro cross lower. The falcon producing a trend change signal almost the same time. The eagle also with a green bar sell. So across the board here, we're looking fairly bearish. The raptor, the clouds are now in sync again. So we're going to look for a little bit of a pullback. It may come here off of the low of the morning. And then if it does continue in sync with the new trend, we're going to get a number one signal. All right, so we've got a warning dot already. There's no signal printing. There we go. There's the number one signal now. And, you know, given the nature of the market this morning, perhaps a second push entry is not a bad way to go. We can always just, you know, put a just in case order below the lows. I know that's very, very far away. This was a quick little second push. Okay, now the market very close to the hard edge. This will not print as a number three signal, but it is still a number three signal, at least visually. Oh, there was some serious slippage there. There was some nasty slippage there. They must have slipped me a good 3 or 4 ticks on that, Phil. Well, we are getting some crazy crazy moves here this morning. Usually don't see the NASDAQ quite this violent. Okay, I'm going gonna get ready with my stops. Give me one more swing. Come on, you can do it. All right, I'm going to chicken out now and take my trade to break even. Oh, don't do that. Darn it. Well, we'll see whether that was a good call or whether I was a little bit too quick on that. Okay, so we've got the number 2 signal. You could consider this a number 3 signal, this little bounce through here, in which case we've got like a 232 building. I don't know if I want to try to buy that yet. Okay, now we have a proper number 3. I'll consider a buy if these lows hold here and we come up with another buy signal. And what I'll do is I've set my trade to manual, my trade manager to manual, so I'm just going to have the one contract, and I'll just manually enter with a buy button. But it's almost as though we have this market pinched. We could do an OCO. Oh, see, here we go with a sell. So there's a, let's see. All right, we'll try shorting it with the trend. That got down there really quick. Dan's asking, how's the volume? Well, Dan, I have a feeling the volume is a little bit light. There's 200 contracts on that bar. This one's better, 1,600 contracts. So the volume is going through. There's certainly gaps in the orders, though. See, look at here on the Geiger counter. The Geiger counter actually shows it pretty well. Look at that block of selling that went through. It just crushed the buyers. The buyers could not offset it. Oh, don't tap me at break even again. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, another pullback. Just taking a look here, what's going on. The hawk actually producing a red bar buy signal. These tend to develop near the end of a trend, and they actually offer a buying opportunity. Here we have two green bar cells, and this is also going to turn now into a first micro macro cross. And there we go. There's the first micro macro cross higher. So the hawk definitely bullish. The falcon working a possible trend change. The eagle and the raptor both into the hard edge. But we definitely have some more bullishness creeping into the market at this point. Those quick little moves like what we saw down here, very often they will lead to reversals as well while we're on the subject. Oh yeah, I was going to do an OCO, wasn't I? Yeah, okay, so let's take a look at the OCO. We're going to buy above the top of the range. We're going to sell below the bottom. So essentially, the top of the range is where those number 2 signals have been printing, and the hard edge, and then the bottom end of the trading range. Here, we're going to give it I was going to say we're going to give it another tick or two. Okay, I need to get a stop in play. So with those quick gapping moves, very often, I'm not going to say the market does it to fool you, but very often it will fool traders into reaching for their buy and sell buttons, and they'll just automatically buy into a market or sell into a market because they think it's coming unstuck. All right, we'll take the trade to break even. There we go. Get ready. Maybe we'll use super trend this time. Oh, don't swing again. If we can get above this support line at 72.68, there is a good chance the market's going to try to run here to the primary support at 72.90. And to fill the gap, we're going to have to get back here near 73. Median line sitting at 73.12. That would definitely be a home run. David's asking, Eric, why aren't you using your support and resistance lines as a target? That would have been 2 profitable trades so far. Gee, Dave, why didn't you tell me the market was going to stop there? Yes, I know. I should have. I'm being a little bit cocky this morning. I'm trying to, because the market is a little bit more volatile, I'm trying to run it out, see if the market will actually have some giddy up go to it. It's been so quiet all week. It's like they owe us at least one day where the market's going to get some legs. But no, you're absolutely correct. You know, folks, the best trading plan is always, always, always take profit on target. If you have the ability to trade more than one contract, you should, or you can, leave a runner in play. But you can see the difficulty of trying to trade a single contract and have it run out. Like David pointed out, I could have had easily a couple profitable trades already, and rather than still sitting at even, I could be up a couple of $100, and that's just trading singles. Yeah, David says that's why you should do 2 contracts. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I can't argue your point. You're absolutely correct. Okay, we're here on the Raptor now. We're going to produce an early number 1 signal. So the cloud's in the process of crossing over, not quite crossed over yet. Well, the Falcon actually looking a little bit bearish here at the moment, and the Eagle trying to get above the trading band. We're probably going to see a retest of the low, though, right? These things don't usually reverse right away. All right, so here now with the early number 1 signal, you know, the best entry is probably above here, just to give the market a little bit of room. If it develops into a second push, meaning that it retreats from the signal, you can probably take the tighter entry. My concern is for the retesting of the low, right? If I give it a little bit more on the entry, I can probably run my stop right here. If I entered right here, well, my stop should go down here, because there's a very realistic possibility the market's going to try to retest the lows before it continues higher. That might be a little bit too generous here. We'll do it like this. So again, this is a couple of early number 1 signals. It has all the components of a number 1 signal, except the clouds are not fully crossed yet. Okay, it looks like the slippage is not as wild as it was. My stops are still a little bit tight. I was expecting perhaps a little bit more of a pronounced swing in here. Just give it a little push with the mouse. Get up there. That's it. Come on, get going. Don't stop. Get going. Now the proper number one signal developing. Okay, trades at break even. Oh, really? Yeah, Mark says, push, push. Could just be a little bit of bad luck here on my part if the market reaches back a little bit too far. Come on, give me the one swing for crying out loud. Oh, oh man. Came up one tick short of my profit target and just reached back far enough to hit my stop loss order. Hey, way to go, Ray. Ray says scalped $189 right now. My day is done. Nice job. All right, here we go. Here's the second push now on the number one signal. So the number one signal, this is where the market flinched. And we're looking for that second push opportunity. I hope my entry is not too tight there, but we'll see. No, are they not quite ready yet? Let's see what is going on here with the rest of the birds. What concerns me is this eagle, whether this is just turning into a gigantic bear flag. See how tightly it's channeling like that? We know that when a market is, well, there's always the initial breakout, which can be fast, but I don't know if this is it. Otherwise, the market channels tend to be a little bit broader, right? They tend to look a little bit more like this here. That's how a trending market tends to look. And then a pullback tends to be fairly tight. The ranges are small. So that's what has me a little bit concerned about this buying opportunity that we have here in the Raptor. And it looks like it's fallen off far enough that I can probably scrub that trade. All right, the Hawk already looking bearish. The Falcon trying to get bearish, the trend line flipping over. And it looks like after that little swing, I don't know, is it too early to say the market's going to get bullish? All right, so it's almost as though we have the market, excuse me, it's almost as though we have the market in a bit of a bind again. You know, long term, it's looking like perhaps this could be a little bit of a bear flag. The market may try to come down here, retest the lows of the morning. What time is it? Okay, it's top of the hour. Opening range just expired. But we keep producing buy signals, and yet the follow through is so light. Okay, I may try an OCO order and just bracket this recent range. Probably tighten my sell entry a little bit more. Okay, so here now it does almost appear as though we are topping out a little bit. Okay, we're still waffling, and I'm considering tightening my entry to below this swing here. The reason is we've got a couple hard edge bounces, as we've seen. And if this is a sideways bear flag type formation, we're breaking down to the bottom end. And there now is our quick little 2-3-2 setup. So we'll see whether or not we get some bearish follow through from that. All right, we're just sort of hovering. All right, we definitely have a little bit of a sideways trading range going on now. And if I wanted to get even more aggressive, I could look to buy a break above here as well, which could get me in a little bit earlier, but I think I'll leave well enough alone right now. Okay. The buyer's going to make a run at it. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Let's try to buy back into that. My OCO function malfunctioned, which doesn't usually happen, but it can. All right, so we've had a few number 3 signals. And the market struggling now to get bullish. Well, they're thinking about it. It's a slow grind higher. And I may have to do something with my stops here shortly. We'll see. Come on, let's go. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. I'm going to make it easy on them. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got break even. Did they slip me on this one? They did too. I got slipped a tick on the entry, so we'll try to get that back. Come on, you stickers. Get up there. Primary resistance is not till 72.90. Surely you can get back to the highs of the morning. Here we go. Come on. After all my effort this morning, you got to give me at least one. Oh, hooray. Oh, dear. Oh, that was hard work. Oh well, at least I was at least able to pocket some money for my effort this morning. Not a stellar day for me. It could have been better, but I suppose it could always be worse too. And now things kind of slowing down again. The market pretty much balanced. We're back to where we started the day. If we go here and just highlight this morning's ranges, so you can see the market bottoming out right at the support line at 42.45, and the high of the morning 72.84, and that's where we find ourselves right now, just shy of that. So in spite of a couple of decent swings, we haven't really gone anywhere. Yeah, never argue with profit, Mark says. You're absolutely right. See you, Ray. Ray's taken off for the weekend. I think we're going to be, if things don't shape up here pretty quick, I think we're going to take an early weekend as well. I have a couple of to-dos I should get to done. I can't help but think of this as a big bear flag, and it's almost as though, it's almost like a heavy branch on a tree is starting to lean over. And here we go, back now into the hard edge. The hawk already with the first micro macro cross lower. So here, if you're inclined, we got a bit of a hawk trade building. I don't know if I want to get in quite that early, but there's the first micro macro cross. And I will slip my break even a little bit lower. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see the sellers try to push back here a little bit. Look at that. Back into green bars already with a green bar sell. Not a very inviting signal right now. Okay, here we go with this conflicted market, this back and forth. The market is very balanced right now. I don't think there's any question about that. If we look here, you know, even at a daily, a good chart for an overview. Yesterday, of course, fairly bullish day, but here, once again, look at what's going on with the volume. Now, admittedly, it was a big bar, but this is the bar that kind of concerns me. This tiny little bar with all this volume going through it. It makes you wonder, why was there so much volume on such a tiny bar? Was it buyers being overly aggressive and sellers being overly aggressive? Or was it buyers getting out of their positions and sellers trying to overrun them? Whenever you see tiny bars with big volume, you should be a little extra cautious because there's something going on there. Mark says a lot of resistance, 72.68. It's down here. And the seller's now making a run at it. Okay, because this is the hawk, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. I may even go with the bar high low strategy, which is ultra aggressive. There we go. Okay. Well, that was a decent little scalp, even though we had to take some heat on the trade. Again, this is why you don't want to place your stops overly tight. I was just curious if I would have done better with the parabolic than the bar high low, and it looks like I would have been stopped out at pretty much the same place, regardless of which strategy I used. Well, that's all right. That makes it a little bit more worthwhile. And here now on the Raptor, you can see we're going to produce our cloud crossover signal. A little caution might be in order because, well, we're back down here to where the market started to rally. Mark says I guess I should have said support at 72.68, but that will now probably become resistance. Resistance, it's a universal term. We know what you mean. If it's below, then it's support. If it's above, it's resistance. But what's noteworthy is that you're correct. It is strong support at 72.68. The fact that the market made a strong breakout from there tells me that we trapped quite a few buyers. We trapped some weak-handed buyers out of their positions, probably the ones that were buying through here. And now we've trapped some of the buyers that have bought through here. And that's helping to fuel the move lower. So that number one signal, I do believe, should be at its profit target now. And there we go. So a nice little swing opportunity there on the reverse. I think, though, we're probably going to see the market just keep within the trading range that it has established today. I don't think we're going to get much outside this zone. At least that's kind of my gut feeling right now. Although that was a very, very strong move. On behalf of the Bears. But you can already see some of the pushback, some of the bullish pushback coming back into the market. All right, gang. I think my day is done. I don't want to press my luck. Yes. All right, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you on Monday. Bye for now.